But I can assure you, successful entrepreneurs quit all the time. They don't quit the things that work and cause them to be successful. They just quit the things that don't work. Back in the day when I shared with some friends and family that I wanted to be an entrepreneur, I think the idea was back then, 20 plus years ago, being an entrepreneur was like, you're unemployable, right? Now entrepreneur, it's like this cool idea, this cool phrase, and there's so much that people think about being an entrepreneur. But let me share with you some of the myths of being an entrepreneur. There's this myth out there that being an entrepreneur, you are because you know what you want, you know how to get there. But that's just absolutely not true. I've had the privilege and the blessing to work with thousands of entrepreneurs over the last 10 to 12 years. And what I know to be true is most of them aren't clear on what they want and they're not clear on how to get there. Let's start with the first one, on what they want. Most entrepreneurs are afraid to give themselves permission to actually think about what they want. They've started a business because they want to make an impact, they want to serve others. They're actually very selfless, not selfish. And so what's hard for them to do often is to get clarity around what they want. In fact, so many times when I'm doing a workshop or I teach something, someone will come up and they'll ask me a bunch of questions and I'll just stop and I'll say, well, let me ask you something. What do you want? And they can't answer the question. So to be an entrepreneur, it's clear that we have to learn what we want. And then once we're clear on that, we can create the steps on how to get there. And that creates clarity. When we have clarity, we have confidence. But it is completely a myth to think that entrepreneurs are entrepreneurs because they know what they want and they know how to get it. The next myth, and I say it's a myth, although sometimes it can be true because people take it upon themselves, but there's this myth that for the entrepreneur that all the responsibility is on the owner or the entrepreneur, and that's just not true unless you make it true, right? The responsibility doesn't have to solely be yours, and for the last 10 years in my business, much of that responsibility has been on me, but only because I've allowed it and I've taken it. But now I'm at a stage where I'm transferring that responsibility and getting clarity around whose two eyes do I look into when this is going right or going wrong, and creating that responsibility out. You know, it's been said that everyone has 24 hours in the day. The reality is, as I look at my accountability and organizational chart, I have way more than 24 hours in a day. For example, if I have 10 employees, that's like 240 hours, right? I have 10 team members, it's 240 hours because now we're all doing things during those 24 hours. And so it's important to think of it that way. If you take all the responsibility on yourself, you are simply limiting the amount of impact you can have on your business. Next myth is that if I want to achieve success, I just have to grind, I just have to hustle, and I just have to work harder. Well, try that path and let me know how that works out. Because over time, you're going to suffer from burnout, blowout, or rust out. It's just going to happen. You're going to hustle, you're going to work, and you're going to grind yourself right into the ground. Achieving success does not come through just working harder. It comes through working harder and working smarter. And it's not either or. Working hard is fine, but it has to come with working smart as well and leveraging that success through people and process. So if you think, man, I'm just not at a place where I want to be and I want to get to a level up, it's not going to come through just working harder. You have to look at the processes and systems of people who've already been where you want to be and follow models that work. When you do that and you know that you're now working smarter, guess what? You work harder, but you're more motivated to work harder because you know it's now working. The next myth is that if I'm going to be an entrepreneur, I'm somehow trading my entrepreneurial life for a personal life. Now, while that can seem true, it just simply does not have to be the case. I do know entrepreneurs who have traded all of that in and they said, in 20 years, I'll do this thing, or in 20 years, I'll have a family, or in 15 years, when I make this certain amount of money, I'll now have a personal life, or I'll date, or I'll whatever. And you certainly can do that, but that is a myth. You do not have to do that. And when you actually have the systems in place and the process and you're disciplined to do the things that you love and have a personal life, you can succeed in business as well. In fact, I'm a firm believer that there is no separation. It just is what it is. You can have a business entity and have a personal life, but they bleed over, but you've got to set parameters around it and protect those things that you can have a personal life. I'm a father of 5. I've coached football. I do lots of things with my family, and I do that because I'm disciplined to the parameters and the schedule and have a protection around that within the business. So you certainly can have a personal life, but it's a decision you have to make as an entrepreneur. Next, there's this myth out there. In fact, I think it's one of the reasons people get into running their own business. Oh man, I can have all this freedom, I can have all this money, and I don't have to answer to a boss. Well, let me be clear about something. When you start your own business, you absolutely have a boss, and you'll work for a maniac. And it's you. Because when you're running your own business, you're going to realize all that it takes to start it, to be successful, to do the things that you want it to do. And you're going to realize the amount that it takes to do that. And in fact, you're going to have more bosses, if you will, than you ever had working a job. So let me give you an example of that. You start your business, it's just you. You're like, great, I don't have a boss. Now you have customers and you answer to those customers. They pay everything that comes into the business. And so they become your boss. They become what drives everything. They tell you when to answer the phone, when to show up, when to respond to emails because they're your customers. So you have a boss. The next myth is that I don't have a boss, right? I've got these customers. Well, as you add employees in and you now have employees. You're not the boss of them, if you will. They're the boss of you. Why? Because you've got to support everything that it takes to build that team. So this myth that you don't have a boss is just absolutely a myth. When you start a business, you're gonna have a boss. You're gonna have lots of them that you're gonna answer to. And if you do it right, it can serve your life, not take from your life. Next myth is that entrepreneurs have it all figured out, so they don't quit, right? They just power through everything. I love what Seth Godin talked about. He talked about that, you've heard the phrase that winners never quit and quitters never win. This is actually not true. I mean, it sounds great, but it's just really not true. Winners quit all the time. What they do is they quit doing the things that don't work. And I think one of the skill sets of an entrepreneur is like counting my wins and my losses. It's just that I've committed to the game. I've committed to being a pro at the game. However many wins that takes and however many losses it takes to achieve that is sort of irrelevant. I'm gonna commit to the game. But I can assure you, successful entrepreneurs quit all the time. They don't quit the things that work and cause them to be successful. They just quit the things that don't work. Think about great athletes, right? I know what it takes to be a great athlete, but I might have to quit eating garbage. I might have to quit sleeping in. I might have to quit smoking, drinking, whatever to be a stellar athlete. So I quit those things. So that's completely a myth to think entrepreneurs don't quit. Last and not least, this entrepreneurial myth that all entrepreneurs think about is money. Look, in fact, most entrepreneurs, when they start and they own a business, a lot of time they do think about money because that's what keeps the business alive. And they're not thinking about it as far as like, how much money can I make? They're like, I just need to make some money so I can keep the doors open. Yes, they do think about it, but it's not all they think about. And in fact, I can assure you that any business that's all they think about, that's the only thing that drives them, they don't stay in business long. What they do is they think about what's the mission, the movement, and the impact that it will make. And then why it feels like or seems like they think about money is they realize true successful entrepreneurs know it takes money to accomplish that. So that's why from the outside it looks like maybe entrepreneurs think about money all the time. That's all they're about. No, it's only because they have a goal, a mission, and a movement that they want to create, and they know it takes money to get there. So they're focused on it because money will drive it, but what their goal is the impact that it's gonna make. So look, I hope you enjoyed these myths. If you felt like this was helpful, you know somebody that's getting ready to start their business, they wanna be an entrepreneur, they need to understand the typical myths, and I hope that you saw value in breaking those down. I'd love to know what your myth is. Go ahead and put it in the comments below and have success in your business.